How are we doing over here, by the way? Wow, this place is nearly full. All the ones are leaving. The 3s. The 1s and 2s are definitely going. Actually, I may put some of the 3s back in the trenches. I don't really need to, but this is going to give us so many drafts. It's a bit mad. The good combat stuff then, and these are the really strong combat ones. He's empty. He's going to give us some of those. We do still want some points. We are strong enough, but I feel like that's the way to do it. Send soldiers to HQ. A dangerous forest. Okay, so our scouts have arrived. The scout team reaches the forest where the attacks on the German convoys happened. They quickly find signs of combat on the road and tracks leading deep into the woods. The scout commander orders his men to follow the tracks, but they quickly stumble upon a German patrol moving in the opposite direction. Try to hide and wait them out. Observing the enemy squad, the commander quickly notices that some of them are wounded and the entire squad seem tired as if they were recently in a fight. The enemy patrol seemed rather uninterested in observing their surroundings and did not notice the scouts. When the enemy was far enough from their position, the commander orders his men to follow the tracks, but to be on high alert, as there could be more enemy patrols up ahead. Not long after stumbling onto the German patrol, the scout team finds what appears to be the remains of a camp. There are multiple bodies, shot dead, a destroyed tent, and a campfire that is still warm. The fight must have happened recently. A quick search revealed that most of the bodies had some weapons with them, handguns, hunting rifles, and even German rifles. There are also the remains of some sort of makeshift explosives and grenades in one of the tents. It seems the camp and the ambushes were the work of some kind of local French resistance. Unfortunately, the German forces were able to find them first, and there was no more the scouts could do for the French resistance. HQ will provide 8 drafts for finishing the mission. Okay, go over to this. They're still on 1. Oh, I can't remember what the other team are doing. Oh, wait, they're on the Friar in Trouble. Sorry, it's this one. They're awaiting orders. So that's fine. We'll go on the country road to hell. And more ambushed Germans. It's weird. I feel like we've just solved the story of the French resistance there, but all these go on. He's had his 2 scouts, so they do reinforce. And it seems it's reinforced by they're either on the road or after the mission. So that's fine. 32 hours, though. 32 hours. We'll go short rehab at this point. Someone in the pharmacy is tired out. So they're nearly done. The engineers. Yeah, we'll switch this shift over, I think. And put 3 of the new ones in. Alcohol is okay. Actually, I'll put 4 in there. We've got 3 to replace those 3. I think the next best upgrade is to up the beds in the ACS to not lose people to not enough beds, because medics lose them, load them all, and then start moving them to CCS. I don't think we can upgrade that one any further. Operation was surprisingly easy. Good. This was not serious. We have high hopes. Good. He has a longer recovery. Our diagnosis of the case was very accurate. We could perform a more adjusted procedure instead of a normal one to ensure the operation would run smoother. Yeah, he's the doctor. I better take a look in here. Terminal! Okay, terminal's not good. However, what if we do this and then do that? He's dead. Don't think there's anything we can do to bring him out. Yes, there is. And in fact, he's even... With this guy, how does that work? If I put him there... Oh, he's not dead now. We have a lot of very terminal people here, which is really, really... Okay, I don't understand how that works. How we put someone in behind them, and then it's... the one in the front gets killed. And then we get to see him sooner and they both die. That's... Let's switch them round. He is dying now. Oh, this is just utterly screwed up beyond belief, isn't it? It absolutely is. Right, so what we're going to do... Hang on. We need to stop the game for a minute. We need to quickly just change that engineer over who's about to collapse. In fact, let's switch the entire shift over. Just check the nurses are fine. You're exhausted. You're exhausted. Brilliant, let's put more medics into here now. There's a lot of people awaiting burial, which is really not good, but I feel like you guys are needed here. And let's save the game and reload it again. New save. Because my my casualty list is not displaying properly at all. So we're going to come out and load that back in. I could amputate. I could maybe amputate some of those. Although, can you amputate if you don't get the option to? Can you click on them and just press amputate regardless of whether it flashes up as an intervention? Right, load the game. 1641. That's the one. Watch this not work. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be... What do we do with this, folks? What do we do? I think the game at this point has just become unplayable for me. I can't actually exit from there. Quit. I mean, it might be something that gets fixed over a weekend or something. But I feel like at this point I'm just banging my head against the wall with this right now. You right-click on the ward for amputate. Never... Well, I've only recently just enabled amputations. What if we go for the one before that? Because remember, we might be saving a game where a bug has already been baked in, so it might not come back out of it. So that one's fine. So the issue we had was when we were going in here. So they're obviously not going to show up. I don't want to lose another 20 minutes. Play 2 Point Hospital instead. I think that would be a good idea. That one's been tried and tested, right? So from there... Sir, new patients. I know. I'm going to load the game in again. The last one that we saved. From a working point. Because we have had that screen before and we have overcome it by just reloading. So I'm not going to just write it off instantly. But it looks like we need to write it off instantly. Okay. We're not... I'm going to lose another 20 minutes progress here, aren't I? Without either a quick save button or an auto save, this is now getting really, really tiresome. I keep forgetting we can't do it from here. No, the game just says no. So, I exited the game because the CCS was bugged. And it wasn't updating properly when people would live or die on the waiting list. So we had to exit the game to try and overcome that. Okay, another 20 minutes gone. Let's go back in. Continue. You can't save everyone. The game is determined not to let me get to the end here. So we're going to have to redo those scout options, I think. Shorter rehab. Let's do this. We're still 4 days away.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Let's see if we can get through this. Right, so critical has come in. This is... Okay, we're going to get them in this time. Good. Good. And good. So on here, we've got good. And good. And on the chemical ward, we've got good. So 20 minutes ago, apparently, things looked like this.
Sir, new patient
Solid.
arrived.
There's something we haven't built. What haven't we built? There's the ambulance one. I don't think we did that. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Yes, it was. We put him in there. Maybe it's that that's causing the bug. So we get the improved housing again. You can stay there.
Sir, medics reach the advanced dressing station.
We will go for... We'll go for a shorter rehab. Let me check. Have we got the HQ mission? We have. Right, so we'll assign all these. You know what? We're just going to chuck everybody out. No, not them. They are like full vets. I feel like we should keep those.
Sir, patient is cured.
Right, this is the pierced bayonet. So we'll use the low pressure gas tanks,
Sir,
which cost us a bit
operation
more.
was successful.
Wow. Okay, I don't think I like playing at full speed. You think I'll be exhausted after this session? Well, as I'm replaying this session over and over again, it's like bloody Groundhog Day. We haven't built a stairway to heaven. I think that would be a good thing to do. That would be a good challenge. Let's do that. Let's sod trying to cure people and just play some music. Some good tunes. You can go in there, and these guys are coming in good condition, which is surprising, but very welcome. And on the
Sir,
ward...
operation was successful.
Okay, someone's... This is where I had to go back and I had to change the shifts on the ward, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember this. I remember that well. Medic teams are fine and the engineers are fine. He's got strong will. The bullet flew right through him. And he has a shorter operation.
Sir, new patient arrived.
And he's got decreased cost and shorter operation, yes.
Sir,
thank you very
patient
much.
is cured.
You're in good condition. So far, so good. And you're good too. And what's this bad news? Oh, it's not too bad. Patient's throat was badly damaged by the chemical agent. I fear his pharynx may suffer permanent damage. I would like to request administering an additional dosage of alkaline solution. Yes. We'll take that. We can afford those.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Guy in the pharmacy is knackered. Isn't it hectic when you're playing at full speed on this? Think I should only save the game on the morning shift, because every time you save on night shift, it crashes. I hope that's just coincidence. That would be quite brutal. And some guy in trauma. They're both. Oh no, this is this one. Okay. Oh, I thought that said 0. Are we back to that bug? I hope not. I might have just misread it. I noticed the trauma one. Clicked on this. Let's keep an eye and see if that one comes back, because that bug is quite unpleasant. Oh god, he better. Actually, no, we'll put him on there. He can deal with 2.
Sir, engineer is on the way. Sir,
The rest
engineers
upgrade
reached
is
the
nearly done. We did lose somebody there, which is a shame. We will go for decreased cost. And shorter rehab there, that's good. Engineers doing nothing. Hang on, we've got exhausted medics there. Right then, medical teams. The question is, was there anything else I had to build? I don't think there was. But I might be wrong on that. I can't remember. Did I order alcohol? I must have ordered alcohol. Extremely exhausted. But there's no one left in the trenches, which is good news. So let's get these 3 over here. And then once that gets emptied, we will start doing some 12-hour shifts again and organise this a bit better.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Bullet passed
Sir,
through.
medics are on the way.
We're getting a lot of these blue events.
Sir, medics are on the way.
We have... Oh, there's more. We will ease the doctor on this one. Keep the doctor less tired. And we have an upgraded nurse, Emily Osborne. She can speed up operations at the operating wards. So that's what we had last time for her.
Operation was successful.
Don't think I can click fast enough to stop.
Sir, operation was successful.
I can't click fast enough to keep up with the game here. So you two are exhausted. You two are feeling fresh, so you two can go in. I knew there was another.
It's on the way.
Right, let's see. We have a big stack of people ready to throw out here. And a big fight coming up as well. So if we get rid of all the 2s and the 1s, we're getting plus 14 there. Let's hold off. How many do we need to get this done?
Sir, patient is cured.
Oh, quite a lot. Quite a lot, actually. So I'll put the plus 3 back in. But these are the guys who can go.
Sir, operation was successful.
Right, we'll just run on a slightly slower speed until we get caught up with things here.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
I do need to save the game. It's PM. I'm going to save it there. Just because I don't want to have to go back 20 minutes every time something goes wrong. I mean, I'm starting to see some of the problems some of you other guys have had now. I think I've been lucky in the first 2 chapters. We've had issues, but we've never had any massive issues.
Sir, medics reached the casualty clearing station.
Good. So that's still
Sir,
working.
New patient arrived.
We're going to take a massive hit on morale at some point when those 22... There is no way we can put this... This is where it started going wrong. I think he's going to die no matter what. But it seems to suggest not, but I don't believe this. I just don't believe this unless he's about to finish his thing and come off. It doesn't look right, does it? If we do that, then they live. But if we put them on there... He's dead. Okay. We're going to have to work out who we can and can't save. There's a 3-star one here. So the 3-star goes in front. The 2-star, if we switch them around. Apparently he's going to live there. I'm not convinced of it, but if I do that way around, he dies. These are only 1-hour operations. We're going to try and do that. If I do this, can either of you live? That way you're both dead. That way you're both dead. Right, this is where it started going wrong before. That's a 1-star one, so bring him out. We're better off with a 2-star one. And can we keep... He's serious, so what if I do that? Right, so that suggests... No, it doesn't. See, it wasn't updating properly before. And really, if I do that and put him in, he should be... He was fine. He's not fine. Okay, I'll bring him off the rest. Stable. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Still stable. Right, it's exhausted at that point. We definitely need some sort of better triage at the ADS, but there's nothing we can do about that. That's just a game mechanic. Amputate, not bin. So, you can't do it from here. Oh, you can. Amputate. Terminal and amputate. I can't do it from here. Do I have to put them on this table? Hang on, if I put them on there. Put him over there. Right, so if I... Oh, I see! I see. Right, I have never done that, so... But does adding these in... Well, all it does is cause problems for other things. We're maxed on morale. See that? He should be dead. He is dead, but it's not updating the black skull on him. So, Was that somebody else? Do you know what? That looks a broken mess. We're putting that to one side. Serious. There's this. Now, this might end up quite bad. And we have a stable and a good. That's doing okay. Alright, we're just going to leave it as it is. The game has gone weird. I'm not going to interfere with things too much. I'm just going to let things run. Because doing anything else
Operation was successful.
runs the risk of breaking it completely. So we still needed to put some of those guys in the denied treatment. Because there was just too many. And there was some better quality ones that we really needed to save.
Sir, operation was successful.
And decreased cost. I'll go with decreased cost. Although shorter rehab wouldn't have been a terrible idea either. We'll do the pharmacy. Let's switch those 3 out because they're about to all collapse. And then we've still got a long time before the next load of new supplies come in here. Right, so that's not supposed to do that. I can tell you now, that is not supposed to do that. The game's going to break on me again, chat, and I'm not going to be able to recover it this time. Scout team reaches the forest where the attacks on the German convoys happened. Okay, so we wait them out. And then we go back to the camp. And then we find the dead French resistance and the remains. And we understand that. And we click on that. And we do a longer operation. Which might bollocks up everything in here. They're okay. Actually, they're okay. So can we get you... Can we get you in? Can we do that? He is terminal. So what if I right click? He's still dead if I do that, look. And if I amputate, he's still dead. And I don't suppose if I put them anywhere. It says... It doesn't... this is getting so hard to bloody play with. Because it's not updating people properly. There, it updates after I move the rest. Even if I amputate, there I can't do them. They're basically coming in too late from the ADS, and there's nothing I can do about that. Like we get the good ones in first, and then the terminal and the criticals come in later. I don't think it's just the case that their conditioning is worsening because they're being left out longer. I think they're in a bad condition to start with. That's what I genuinely think. Because you don't go from good to terminal in the time it takes for one of these to arrive by stretcher. So they do seem to be getting left till last. Can we fit him in? Can't amputate these. That suggests it's going to work. But I'm not convinced that it will. Oh, actually, I can put him in there because we don't need... Put him in there. And the terminal one can go straight after. Nope, you can't. So the terminal one's actually good up there. You can go in there. And then that works. Shift the medics to ADS to bring them fast. They were already there.
Sir, doctor is...
Right. There's not many there now because I've reduced it because we got that down. But that was full before. And the first load... For the first load of casualties that came in were all the good quality ones. The good condition ones. If they're going to live, don't move anything after it. Well, I don't think it's reporting properly. So, it's not that they will live if I move... Or they will die because I've moved something after it. I think they won't live. It's just not reporting the Black Skull properly. So anyway, let's take you out... I won't take them all out at once because then suddenly people might cancel jobs. But we can put... I mean, there's only 5 left. If I put 5 in there, 5 teams, that's going to get finished real quick.
Sir, medics are on the way.
Game is really challenging me now, and it's not because the game's just difficult. It's because it's bust.
Medics are on the way.
Do we have a nurse? The nurses are completely bollocks. Oh, they're not on shift though, so that's okay. The engineers. We've got an exhausted engineer in there. Come on. Keep that production up. We need to keep the production up. Did I build the engineer's house?
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Is this with the new... Has he already arrived? He must have already arrived. Did I... I did build that, didn't I? I did. The only one I haven't got is the medic housing. Okay.
Sir, patient is cured.
That is what it is then.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
3 patients died after being denied. Well, that's
Sir,
just
medics reached the advanced
the way it
general
had to
station.
be, sadly. Right, we're down to just one guy in here now, so things are slowing down. Nobody looks like they're about to die. Oh, no, we've got a critical one, so bring him in. He's dead. He's alive. And over here, 5 patients died due to being denied admission. Right, 1s, 2s, 2s, 1s, 2s, 1s. Any more? We're down to 3s. I might just hold on to those for a bit. How's this looking? How many are we off? We need another 11. How many have we got on this list then? 4. Oh, how do we count this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got, I think, just the right amount. So, we'll let that work its way down. And then we'll see where we need to send those +3s, because there's a battle coming up soon. So I might just keep them in stock, rather than send them off to HQ. Let's have a look. It appears the bullet inside the patient's body is partially shattered. If we are not careful, it could split and shatter fully. We've got the fluoroscope, so that fixes that problem. Can you save a terminal? Doesn't that just mean dead man on a stretcher? No, it means the conditions terminal is if they don't get seen quickly. As in, it's the most critical to be seen. Let's have a look. Is there anyone left in here? Yep. Oh god, we've got 2 of these. I think we can fix them both, though, by putting them at the top of the list and then moving the rest. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So that was kind of lucky. At least these are coming in good condition. Let's see. Yeah, we'll put the rest up there as well. That's good. Maybe you should upgrade the beds for CCS, because if you count 10 with the doctors, you have 20 outside waiting. It's not enough. Well, if you look at CCS, it tells you what the station is. So it just says 13 out of 30. So we haven't hit 30 for a long time. So we could upgrade it, but we need to wait for the materials. I think that's one that requires materials. We do need to order some alcohol, by the way. That's suddenly gone down. We have a lot of this. Should we order some nice resources coming in? Because we're getting a bit short. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll keep us going for quite a bit. Food is fine. That's quite a lot. So that's costing me 20. That is a lot. I'm going to reduce that because they're the most expensive. That's costing me 14. I can afford that. So, with the order put in place, let me go and see. The CCS beds. That's an ambulance one. There's 10 beds there, which is affordable, but not at the moment because we need those freight. Actually, we could do the shifts, and that doesn't. That gives me an extra slot for nurses. Huh. Okay. There is a thought. There's emergency measures. I think we might do that because that's something that's not going to cost us anything, really. I like ones that don't cost freight. It feels like a free... This is also a free thing. That's the half rations one. And the scouting... we don't need that one. The scout tent. I'd like to get that just because then we can have faster moving scouts for the end of it. But I think there's priorities, really. So what I will do is I'm going to get this shift system. This is something that we've been looking at for ages. So in staff lodging, I want him in there. And we've got 2 guys who are on resting. Assign. Is that okay? The trauma meds and those meds. Well, we need them, really. We'll just have to switch people out. It won't be long to get that built, so we should be good. And let's tentatively save the game, lest it crash on us. So far, not too bad. The rehab centre's filling up so fast. What have we got? Any +1s? Waiting for... okay, they're waiting to be sent home. I'm willing to hold that for a bit. I don't think we really need to. Is that a 2? No, he's a 3. I'm going to wait for this to refresh. And then we've got a load of people in stock ready to send. An extra slot for nurses. Does that mean an extra nurse, or can you recruit one? It just means I can assign 1 more nurse to that building. I'd still need to be able to afford the stuff to recruit them, which we can't at the moment. But we should get some more staff requisitions soon. We are rocking the high morale here. We have a doctor to upgrade. Okay, can we get rid of that detached? No, he's not a doctor. I don't know why I think these guys are doctors. It's just the way they walk and the portraits. I think, oh, look, they're officers. But this guy is just on the medic team. He's okay, apart from that detached. Morale decreases over time when they work at CCS. So, it is better to get rid of that. But as morale isn't a problem, it's not too bad. So the emphatic one is weird because morale... oh, they work slightly worse at ADS, but morale increases over time when they work there. They work less efficiently, but others working with them perform slightly better. What a combination. So there's eats once every 2 days. I don't think that's bad. Ambitious is good. That gets rid of the emphatic. So could morale be a problem? I'll just get rid of the detached. I'll just get rid of that. I don't like those red ones. And you don't know how long it's going to be before you get a chance to change them again. This is an engineer. Dependable. Friendly. Problem solver. Works more efficiently. Is not affected by negative trait effects. So I'm going to do that. And then it sounds that it's not affected by this. But he wouldn't be because it's only others that work with him. I can't get rid of it though. Composed. We'll go with that. It looks sensible. This was the one for the shifts, wasn't it, we were doing? How many? Come on, how many? 6 more. I'm just going to count it up and make sure we've got the right amount in there. We've got 1, 2, 3. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So we need 1 more. Have we got anyone? There's a +1 there, but he's 8 hours away. Don't really want to give a +3. But we've only got 2 that are ready. Oh, there's a +2. We'll put him in there. And then that should be that. So I'm going to try and cheese these missions now. And just do just the right amount. An easy operation. So we're still 4 days away. Are we? But we've got past midnight. We've gone past midnight and we're still 4 days away. Okay, then. I guess we go back to... Oh, the pharmacy's exhausted. With the state of the... Well, state of this, there's no point being in 12-hour shifts anymore. Because this isn't going to work. Why have they not started? Like, literally no one has started on this improvement. Okay, he's going to be resting. He's going to be resting. We'll just have to make do with that. That's a little bit lower. I think I'm going to move someone onto this. They're going to be utterly exhausted, aren't they? Well, it is what it is. So let's get on with it. If I have to order more parts, I have to order more parts. When is that train coming with stuff? So that lot's coming, which is great news. It's not coming till the 7th. Oh, it's the 7th today. At 9:56 a.m. 7 hours, actually. That's not too bad. I haven't looked at this in a while. Are we... We are lucky, because I'd forgotten to be checking this. Terminal. You come out of... Yeah. Rest my ass. You are coming out of retirement now. And what's going on in trauma? Trauma's looking good. Let's get those guys dealt with so we can clear that. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Stable. Good. Okay, I think that's okay. I think we keep them all alive. I think we have the materials to do it. The trains just dropped some new stuff off. And the triple shift system was finished. We'll have a decreased cost in materials, please. We'll take all of those. And the bad news ones. Patient has severe chlorine poisoning. His skin is covered with blisters and we can see signs of chemical agents entering his respiratory system through his nose and throat. Normal procedure is going to be bad. So we're going to use the oxygen inhalation support, but he's going to be no longer fit for duty. We have had to do that, I think. The immune system is not reacting well as a high risk of infection. Give him the medical supplies. We're getting low on this, which is not good. There are no more raw materials. No, there aren't. Actually, that is a point. That is a point. Let's have a look at this, please. So no one's working, so we may as well put them on a rest. So what we'll do is we'll switch people into here to give the exhausted ones some time off. There's not a lot more we can do, I think. Swap those over. It just is what it is, sadly, but there's going to be some more stuff coming. Having said that, if we can't make anything, I may as well put them all on. Now would be the time to build anything if I'm going to do it, wouldn't it? Get them all rested. I don't think there's any improvements left, though, is there, folks? That don't cost anything. Oh, there is. There's emergency measures. I'm going to do it, and then it's there if we need it, and I seriously hope we don't. Because that allows us to put people straight back into the front line from rehab before they're ready. But, I mean, it's like, we shouldn't need it. A medic upgrade would possibly be nice, but I think nurse is next. Nothing in here. There's nothing in here I care about. And scouting we can cope without. Oh, I was just about to ask where the scouts were. So the monastery is filled with refugees. It seems the friars took in all who asked for shelter. The conversation with Friar Tuck was not easy. The friars don't want to leave the monastery, which had been their home for many years. They are not prepared to leave the refugees either. Friar Tuck is adamant that even if the friars were to leave, they would take the refugees with them, as they feel obliged to protect them. Besides, they're not equipped to evacuate and do not have any rations to survive the journey. The scout commander knows that many of the refugees were probably too weak or old to make a long journey, and that's why they stayed at the monastery. Take the friars and the refugees to the hospital. We take in 20 refugees. Supply the friars and refugees with rations and force them to evacuate. I can do that because we can buy 4 food easily. Leave Friar Tuck to his stubbornness, taking the last delivery. We will get a little bit of alcohol. We will supply the friars. Convincing the friars and the refugees to leave the monastery and evacuate takes time. Friar Tuck fears that many of the refugees won't be able to make such a long journey. With time, however, he realizes they cannot stay in the monastery as it could become a part of no man's land any day now. Understanding the harshness of the task that the refugees now have, the scout commander promises to provide the group with rations and to notify his superiors. Maybe they or the French forces could provide some kind of transport for the refugees, at least when they're out of reach of German artillery. So, understood. Pause. Right, this nurse, Mini Webb, we have morale slightly increases when they work, speeds up operations at operating wards, which is also very good. Right, let's do that. So let's go into the nurse's assignments now. So on the operating wards, we've got Millie Webb. Where is she? Is she already there? Right, she's already there, so that's good. We're going to take someone from the casualty clearing station, which never seems to get exhausted, by the way, so that's great. There are people with no preference. Okay. These people, if they have preferences, it's tough shit. We're going to take Phoebe Mitchell. I'm going to work 8 hours. So I know some of these in the past have said would prefer to work shift 3 in 8 hours, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So we're currently in 5:16 a.m. So we've got 2 till, and we've got the night shift. So what we want is we want the exhausted ones here. I can't seem to do that. Is he not going to allow me to do this? Because I'd like to put them in order rather than click. They're on shift 1, so they will work from 6 in the morning. No, so they want to be on shift 2, and that means you on shift 3. I'd love to have shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, but I don't think I can do that. But the shift 2 people are definitely on rest there. So that might just stop those guys getting exhausted. We hope. Actually, you're slightly more tired. You should be on shift 3, which is currently working. And you should be on shift 1, which is about to come on shift. I think? Actually, yeah, you're currently working. You're about to go off. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's see if 8-hour shifts are a good thing. After we got that. It did, I think, unlock the extra slots for nurses as well. So nurses would be, I think, my preferred next purchase. This is starting to get a little full down here. When those guys go, which is very soon, that's fine. If they go, we will wait and see what the next requirement is. What were we building? Excellent. So we got our 2 things. I think we can instantly hire a nurse with that, you know. Never mind the surgeons. We can go for the last nurse. This is the last one. So it's nice that they've actually reduced the cost of those. So there's going to be no more nurses after this. Is that right? In the housing. Yeah, we're maxed out. We can have more medics, though. So I will... Well, that makes it easy to choose then, doesn't it? What we're doing with the next upgrade points. .6 a.m. has been and gone. The shift should have changed. Oh, I need to look in this more often. Alright, everything's looking like it's okay there. They're resting. Good. So that the issue we have is that we need to make sure we're stocked up on these before the next big thing. So I am going to order some more of these. As expensive as they are, that's spending 12, which is fine because I don't feel like we've got anything to upgrade instantly. Good. Let's put the order in. No, let's screw it. Let's get these in because there's a big attack coming. Let's just do that. They're on the next order. So we have a lot of stuff coming on that next order. There's a 20-minute delay on the train. That's kind of nice. They've even modelled in the trains waiting. Oh, we've got more people coming in, have we? Actually, put him on there. And on the trauma ward. It's nice to see someone in good condition. And I think if I do that, you can just come off and go and rest. So let's have a look at the medics as well. Because these guys have been working 24 hours for a long time. These guys are all rested, you'll notice, because they've got absolutely nothing to do. Which is kind of good. As soon as it kicks off, they will definitely have something to do. We'll put you guys onto... We could go 8-hour shifts. We can for now until the fight kicks off. So it'll just allow people to get rested up. The game's automatically assigned it, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And we will... There's nothing to do in this one, so let's very quickly... let's very, very quickly go 24 hours. No, that's a bad idea, because... That's going to go, isn't it? Let's get some bodies buried anyway. Time for the cemetery. Yeah. They're only going to be working in there a couple of hours before that kicks off anyway. We have high spirit. That's fine. Come on, battle then. We're ready. We're going to save the game. We know there's a battle coming. We're ready for it. I don't feel like I dare save over my empty saves anymore. I mean, my old saves, for fear of that might be the only save that still works if we get another problem. Oh, nice. He has strong will. That is a day's shorter rehab. That is good. What are they going there for? What's... have I missed something? Oh, I know what that is. Okay, I know what that is. That is all the guys from the cemetery. So it's cemetery guys who take corpses from the ADS. That's what they're doing now. And we've got 17 deceased. I knew this was coming, right? HQ has mounted that. So that's when we go back in here. And all the +1s are going in there. The +3s might as well, but we wait and see what the outcome of that first battle is. We've got plenty of +2s. I'll hold on to those for a moment. There is no great desperate rush to do this, apart from the fact that we do need bed space. Some of these guys aren't ready to leave, though, so... +3s are looking good. Okay, we're going to have to put +2s out as well. And there's another. So I think what we're going to be looking at is ordering a lot of our materials with these drafts for the next big fight. That's okay. That's good. Right, let's have a fight then.
Gas shells! Put the gas masks on!
Not long till the new train of resources comes through. Isn't it only the Band-Aid that requires the logistics? You mean the freight points? I think they all do. We'll have a quick look. Pause. So, the cemetery guys got not all of the deceased out, okay? There's 33 wounded in the trenches. And at this point, we abandon the cemetery. I guess I could leave one person in the cemetery. You go on 24 hours. You are on 24 hours. And it's, yep, all hands on deck. Right, we have an extra nurse here. Casualty clearing or rehab center? I mean, we're still blue for all of these, so this looks incredibly strong, doesn't it? I think we send all those +3s that I've got away. We fill this up, max it out, and use the points to get 2 more medic teams. I think that's what we do. So, this is on an 8-hour shift, which is fine. I think I'll live with that. So, our final nurse. I'm thinking rehab. I mean, these battles are now close together, so we go in there. It's currently 80%, but they'll shift over. They never seem to tire in rehab, so that's quite good news. No one wants to work in rehab, do they? No, that's fine. And we got the medic teams going, and the engineers have no resources at the moment, so that's fine. I don't have housing. Oh, no, I don't have housing for the medics, so I need to build that, but I need to wait for the train to come to get that stuff, don't I? And the train will be here in an hour or two, so that's okay. I was going to look at the improvements. No, I wasn't. I was going to look at the engineers. So, yeah, building these. So, if I put someone in this, it requires 5 freight plus some alcohol to make 1 chemical treatment. So, it does require the freight as well. Right, okay. I think
Last battle.
we do...
Report.
Oh.
We lost ground both.
We lost ground, but we don't care. Now then, can I get rid of that mean trait? Because that is just awful. Bridget Foreman. We do recruit some awful staff at this place. Works significantly better when working with others, but that would get rid of the dominating. She works slightly worse at rehab. Okay, I'll make sure she's not in rehab then. And I think we just get rid of the mean, because others performing work with them perform worse. That is awful. Bridget... She is there. She needs to come out. So you go here. And we put you in there. Yeah, that's gone to 104% now. So we had someone in there who was trash. So there's Maxie, Claire, and Avril. Let's have a look at these. There's Avril. Playful. Strict. That's okay. Who were the other ones? Claire. Works better at rehab. That's good. And I thought there was one called Maxie. Have I misread it? Could have been Millie. It wasn't Millie. It should say on here. Rehab. Oh, Maisie. Sorry. Oh, Maisie's amazing. Brilliant. So she's amazing. So she's good in there. I'm not putting the 8 hours on rehab because... Sadly, if we do that, what happens is that is going to drop down to 0 because there's only 1 nurse working at a time. So we leave on 12-hour shifts. So we go 1 nurse on, 2 nurses off. Like that. And then they switch over. And then that's... When we switch shifts, that will drop a bit, but not to the most. If we had 1 more nurse running... I mean, I could assign them from somewhere else, definitely. Then it would just boost rehab. And we might do that later when these get closer and we have to fill the ranks back up. Mark the Meanie. That is my nickname, Scott. You've obviously seen me play these games before. What's the scouting situation? God, he's been awaiting orders. For how long? What about the next team? They're both awaiting orders? You pair of bastards. Right, we'll do the country road to hell. And the previous team, we'll do the village dilemma one. Aside. Have you noticed, by the way, Let's come off that. That there's no depots that we can send the truck to. We've only ever had one depot down here. And that was only in Chapter 2, I think. And so there's never been any need, as far as I can tell, unless there is something else somewhere that we didn't discover, to ever have that second truck. Because that's an upgrade. You can upgrade it in the bloody tree. Spend a load of money. Why would you want to? I haven't seen a need to at all. There might be something we've missed, but unless you can assign 2 trucks to one depot, I don't know.
The eastern riverbank, areas around Doctor's Canvas Lake, and
We've got some new patients in. Okay, someone's come in. Stable and good. Well, maybe that's because we're getting them in fast. Who knows? So stable has to be seen first. Actually, we can just get straight on. And they'll go through quite fast. Same for you. Only one chance to send the truck. And wasn't that a pain in the
Our
ass?
forces are spread too thin. Without reinforcements, there is just too much ground to cover.
Okay, people are definitely coming in thick and fast now. It's another 1-hour operation, so I'll put them behind there. Behind there. And in the trauma ward, we never got caught up on this. But that's okay, because we can work on it now. There's a 15-hour one in there. Oh, I thought I did. Oh, it's changed. Maybe it's changed because the doctor has some buffs.
This is dangerous.
We're on
One
sending...
successful enemy pusher will be cut off. Any orders for hospital to withdraw?
Better sort these out, I think. We're going to go reduced cost and shorter operations here because these suddenly seem like there's a lot of work coming in. We've had that arrive, so we'll go and look at the engineers and give them some work. And something is moving thick and fast here. There's 45 wounded in the trenches. Did I not take the medics? Okay, so that's not a thing. Well, we're getting wounded from somewhere, so that's okay. Let's go to... We're going to go and check his upgrade in a second. There was something else. I was going to look. We need to turf some people out of rehab, because this is starting to get a bit silly down here. Knowing how this is going to go, I am very tempted to put the seriously good combat people back in the fight. At the same time, we're just strong all the way through. We do need to complete the stuff for HQ, don't we? Actually, just get them out because this is full. I know I could put them back in the trenches. Let's do that. So this is going to just turf out. Well, how many is this going to turf out?
we were given a firm response to
We
hold
just
our ground.
emptied the whole ward.
Well, of course.
That's nearly got
If
us
our
there.
forces are stretched thin, the German...
4 more and we're fixed. Chemical ward, serious. Get him looked at. And on the surgery, this guy is serious. Okay, I think we can get him looked at pretty quickly though. Alwyn Norbury. We haven't had a VIP for a while. I'll need to stock up on supplies and stay away from upgrades.
ones are even more.
Actually,
They should
you
not be
mentioned
able
that. The engineers are doing nothing at the moment. So we could do this. No, I'm going to do the housing, aren't I? So we get the medic house, which is fairly cheap anyway. Look, I've got 50 flipping drafts to spend. But yes, I should stock up on supplies, definitely. Right, assign that. And are there any other improvements while we have engineers? Is it worth going? There's 10 beds in the clearing station. There's also the advanced dressing station, which would give us an extra ambulance. For the lols, I'm going to do that. So we're currently not building anything. And for the final improvement, I'm going to do this as well. It's 8. Improve it. And then we do that. And then I suppose we should probably set someone to work in the pharmacy doing that on a 24-hour shift. There we go. We've spent
Afford more than
everything.
1 or 2 more
But at the same time, we're going to put some new orders in. And we're going to go for a load of these chemicals. So 1, 2, 3. That's 15. That's quite good. Some of that. That's costing us 15 so far. Let's go 18. And then surgical supplies. Up to 24. Order. Brilliant. Don't think I needed them for anything else, so that's good. Rations won't suffice. Ooh, rations are looking bad. Well spotted. Wasn't it you told me the other day that we had enough rations to get through to the end of Chapter 3? Right, half rations. Actually, we can put those on the order. Because rations are at least cheap. Order. Hey, Phipps. Hope you've sent Private Ryan home. We did this time. We didn't get any sort of pop-up for it or anything like that, though, sadly. Let's play.
X.
German's only hope is to...
Should we get rid of his hysterical? Works much worse at ADS. Or we could get rid of his impulsive. Tires slower. Works slightly less effective. No, I'll get rid of hysterical.
break through us, and then shorten the line. Cutting us off is not going to accomplish that. There's little danger of being cut off, Major.
Even if it is true, that only puts a bigger target on us and the 36th Lieutenant Colonel.
We just had a delivery of food anyway, so with the half rations, I think we'll be